Then I asked Trisha, how did this lady get to your bedroom and the both of you ended on your bed? And you not hearing anything? Guys, I'm sorry to let you all know that Trisha and I are no longer together. Like, we just broke up. We finally said to each other, we're done and let's just, go our separate ways. Before now, I told you all that she's starting to perceive me as a lover and no longer a friend was going to spoil our friendship, and it just happened. It's not like I'm not hot. I'm hot losing a friend, a best friend and a lover, but then again, it is what it is. I'm going to be letting you guys in as to why we decided to go our separate ways. After the day Tricia bumped into me leaving my female neighbor's house, that was after I had caught her cheating. Like after I had bumped into her and her US lover cheating, that she came to my house to look for me, and instead of her seeing me right in my house, she bumped into me leaving my female neighbor's house. You all know about the complications. Like, yeah, if you're just seeing this video, deem it fit to watch. Please watch the previous video so you'll be able to flow as to how we got here. All right, so after the day she bumped into me, leaving my female neighbor's apartment, she went home. She didn't call me, she didn't text me. I was really nervous because I caught her cheating, and I came back home angry. I went to the bar to have some drink because my head was full. I was almost depressed. You get? So on getting there, I met my female neighbor who brought me home. I slept on her bed, but nothing happened. And while I was about going back to my apartment, I bumped Trisha coming out of my apartment because she came looking for me. So I know in her little mind, she had thought that I went back to my female neighbor instead of, giving her the time to explain to me as to why she cheated on me. But after the day she bumped into me and she left, Trisha never called me ever since then. So what I did was I went back to my female neighbor's house after about 4 days to explain things to her. The day I told my female neighbor that my girl cheated on me, I never told her it was Trisha. As a matter of fact, my female neighbor don't even know I have a thing to do with Trisha, emotionally, like sensationally. Did you get? Because she's always known Trisha and I as best friends, sister kind of best friend. So that is to say, she thought it was just my best friend, but not knowing that Trisha, migrated from being my best friend down to my lover. All right. So I had to just go to my female neighbor to explain to her as to what has been happening to me, because my head was full. I have been in between decisive moments whether or not to go to Tricia's, to explain to her that she seeing me coming out of my neighbor's house wasn't anything too serious. At that point, I just needed someone to talk to. So I had to swallow my pride. I walked straight to my neighbor's apartment. That's my female neighbor's apartment. Okay, I sat her down right in her sitting room. I was like, babe, can I confide in you? Can I talk to you? Was like, why not? In my word, I said, the night you met me at the lounge drinking, that I told you that my girl cheated on me. She said, yeah, that person is no other person than Trisha. This girl was shocked. She said, you said what? You have a thing to do with your best friend. I said, it's not like it's been a while, like it's just recent. She came up with the whole feelings. I didn't really give her the major history. I just gave her the basics as to how we fell in love. She was like, Joyce, I thought Trisha happens to be your best friend. Why would you allow yourself nurture that kind of feelings towards her? I told her, I don't know. I just said, I love this girl so much. I picked up the love of being my bestie down to my lover, and it clicked. She came to me, she approached me about being in love with me, and I gave in. It wasn't like intentional thing. I wasn't the one who came to her. I started explaining myself, and she was like, it's okay that she won't judge me. That sometimes it bounds to happen. I said, okay, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go to her house. Like ever since she saw me bumped out of her house, like left your apartment, she thought I still have a thing to do with you. And now she's not been calling. I've unblocked her. She hasn't been calling me. She hasn't even tried to visit again. I've been trying to like reach her 1 or 2 times. She won't pick, she won't return my calls. Even on WhatsApp chats, she doesn't do anything. So she then said, okay, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know. That's the reason I'm here, for you to talk to me. She said, if you love her, visit her. You guys have the same zodiac sign. That is to say, when you are angry, it's almost the time she's angry. When things makes you upset, it's almost the same time when things makes you upset. So why not one person should act as a bigger person? And now you are worried, Joyce. How about you just drive down to her house and talk things through? I said, I don't know. Trisha can actually be, she can be so harsh if she's angry, not to me, but I'm just a bit skeptical. She doesn't like, pour the whole aggression on me because it feels like we're breaking out. Chike, I'm very fragile. A little shout can actually like do a lot of harm to me. She was like, I need you to go. If you can go today, it's still early enough. Drive down to her house, talk things through. At least then you know whether or not you stand a chance in her life or not. Than, boring yourself around, with so much speculations. I said, okay, no problem. So I was so grateful to my female neighbor, I'm not gonna lie. So I went inside, I had my bath. Then I drove down to Tricia's house. At this point, I do not have her spare key. Remember on the previous video, the last time I caught her cheating, I threw her spare key to her. So I wasn't having her spare key anymore. So that was also my bigger fear. So my bigger fear was when I get to the apartment and she doesn't open the door for me, it's going to break me down the more because I don't even know. I can't really take God. So what I did was I just locked up. I was like, anything I face there, it's my fate. All right. So the moment I got to her apartment, I started to knock. She then asked, who is that? I said, Trisha is me, it's Joyce. She was like, what do you want? Did I invite you? What are you looking for? I was like, Trisha, don't embarrass me. I'm just outside your house. Please open the door and hear me out. She was like, where is your spare key? I was like, remember the last time what you did? I threw it at you. It's not with me. Can you stop interrogating me and let me in? She then opened the door. The moment this girl opened the door, the moment Trisha opened the door, she came outside the house. Like she came outside and jammed the door and was like, I'm listening. She was looking at me, I was looking at her, I was like, has it gotten to this? No, wait, has it gotten to, you not want me, you received me outside your compound, Trisha? She was like, 10 minutes. Wow. Trisha, you're giving, my conversation to you is about timing now. She was like, 8 minutes. I said, Trisha, calm down. Are you really doing this? This girl said 5 minutes. Guys, the moment this girl said 5 minutes, I'm not gonna lie, I started to cry because I've never treated Trisha in such a way before. That was so cruel. That was so blunt. That was so wicked of her. I started to cry. I know I was supposed to act very strong, right? But I know I was supposed to act very strong, but I don't know. I just started to cry. While I was crying, this guy said 2 minutes. Trisha said 2 minutes, Joyce. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I cried and this girl said 2 minutes. The moment she said 2 minutes, I said, okay, there's no point, Trisha. There's no point me disgracing myself right in your presence. I wouldn't want you to say I'm shedding crocodile tears. Let me just take my leave. All right, thank you for the embarrassment. Now, the moment I was about leaving the compound, she drew me back and she said, I'm sorry. She drew my hands back and be like, Joyce, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, what's the meaning of this? Why did you hold me back? Why you apologizing? She was like, fine. The only reason why she tried to, act a bit blunt was the fact that I am still cheating on her with my female neighbor. I was like, hell no. I'm sorry I shouted, guys. I'm just hurt. I was like, did you confront me? Did you call me to know? Where is your facts? He said, just the other day I came to your house and I was so disappointed seeing you coming out from your female neighbor's house. I was like, how sure was your facts? You only saw, you only sensed. Did you confront me? She was like, she's sorry, but what was I expecting her to think? This is me, this is my neighbor, this is her apartment, this is me coming out. I said, that was very wrong of you. She started to beg again. She was like, just, I'm sorry. I am hurt. I know I cheated, but you shouldn't also go back cheating again. With the same girl that almost wanted to, ruin your relationship with your father. She talked and talked. At that point, I said, okay, it wasn't your fault really, yeah? If I was, don't know why I want to cry. Oh my God. Probably if I was the one who saw you, maybe I would have acted same. So I was like, fine, it's okay. It's okay. She begged, she pleaded, she said, Joyce, please, can we go back to the apartment? Can we go back to the house? this is your house, okay? Can we just go and talk things through? I was like, no, I'm already hurt. Let me go home, okay? I'm already hurt, okay? You spoke to me a few minutes as if I meant nothing. That actually broke me. That actually broke my heart. That actually hurt me. I really, really struggled to, coming back to terms, coming back to me, coming back to being calm. But I struggled. I found it difficult. But at the end of the day, she begged me. She picked up my handbag. Then we went back to the apartment, to her house, like to the inside the sitting room. Then I tried to sit. Now let me tell you something. Words can cause a lot of damage in humans' life. It goes beyond throwing the words to the air for the person to grab. It comes here, the emotions. In other words, there are words one can say to you that will damage you for the longest time. All right, words are irreversible. What do I mean by irreversible? What I say out to you, I cannot unsay it again. I'm not going to pick that word again and take it off your ears. Words are very powerful. They are irreversible. Anytime you want to talk to somebody, have a moment of reasoning before you let that word out, because it's very damaging. All right, so that little, I give you 5 minutes, I don't care who you are, has already done enough damage outside Trisha's house, which she was not aware. All her mind was, after this game, I'm gonna just say I'm sorry. But I was really broken. I'm not gonna lie. Before I teared out, I had already teared in my mind. I got broken right in my mind. My emotions was